Good morning, guys. Today I got a real quick one for you. This is kind of the newer of the things that you're going to see. It's called difference of squares. The way I'm going to show it to you guys is exactly like what you already have been doing, so it shouldn't be anything different really for you. The weird part about these are there's no like middle term that we're trying to add up to. So when we're dealing with that, we're thinking, well, if there's nothing there, that middle term essentially is a zero. Okay. So that means like when we list our pairs, so here I'm like, all right, there's nothing out front, there's nothing in the middle, so if you want to rewrite this like that, feel free to if that makes you feel a little more comfortable. But then I can say, well, then I'm going to list my factors in my last term, so I've got a negative 25. So I'm going to have one number positive, one number negative. That's got to get me to a 0. So I can say, well, I got 1 and 25. That's not going to work ever. Doesn't matter which one I make negative. And then the only other thing I got is 5 and 5. Well, if I make one of them negative, negative 5 plus 5 gets me 0, which is what we're looking for. So for this one then, I would have x minus 5 and x plus 5 as my answer. Okay? So again, it's very, very similar to what we've been doing. The only difference is you're like, well, there's no middle term, so we treat it like there is a 0 there. Same thing down below here, but our rule still applies as far as if I can take something out or find a greatest common factor first, then you need to deal with that first. So here if I'm looking at this, the 2 and the 32, I can take a 2 or divide a 2 by both of these. So I'd put a 2 out front. I'm left with x squared minus 16. I know I'm not done if I've got that squared inside there. That's usually when kind of a good hint that I still have some more work to do. So for this one, I would go ahead and, again, do exactly what we did up here. If you feel more comfortable with that 0 in the middle, again, you don't have to do this next step, but you may want to just to kind of make it look like what we've been dealing with. So then from here, I would list my factors of my negative 16. Notice I didn't multiply the 2. We already factored it out. I didn't multiply it times the n. I'm looking inside the parentheses here. There's a 1 here. 1 times negative 16 is negative 16. So I list its factors. So I've got 1 and 16, 2 and 8, 4 and 4. Again, it's a negative 16, so one column is going to be positive, one column is going to be negative. I need to get to a 0. Neither of these will get me to a 0. These two will. So I have my pair. So I'd have my 2 out front. X, again, my first term getting kind of split here. X minus 4. X plus 4. Okay. Again, the very first thing we're always looking for is, can I take out a greatest common factor? For this one, there was a 2. So you should be kind of looking for that initially. And then for these ones, the reason why I know I've got a little bit more to do is there's still something squared inside the parentheses. So that tells me that I probably have another step to take care of. Okay. Again, hopefully this video helps you a little bit. Again, this is called difference of squares. We're going to be solving these the exact same way we've been dealing with our other problems. We're just pretending there's placing a 0x in the middle there to make it a little bit more comfortable for us. Okay. Looking forward to seeing you guys. Have a good one.